I want to give you some reasons why sellers and buyers of real estate should not communicate. Hi, I'm Cutka with LPT Realty. I run the Cutka Team here in the Temecula Valley alongside my husband, Matt. And we are 20-year veterans selling real estate and working with sellers and buyers. And the one thing that I tell all of my clients is if you are thinking that trying to communicate with the other side is going to better the situation that we're in, well, you need to stop that thinking because it could cost you thousands of dollars and it could kill the deal. You can lose negotiating power if you show your emotions. Real estate agents are the buffer. Real estate agents should be acting professionally. They should be a neutral party that respects both sides, but is there to fight for their client's best interest. When you feel like you are giving away your emotions, you lose negotiating power. You could criticize the other party and then diminish any sort of leverage that you may have. Emotions take a big part in a real estate transaction, so you need your real estate agent to be that buffer. You do not want direct contact with the other party for these reasons. And by communicating with either the seller or the buyer, you could accidentally share too much. And if you share too much, it could be used against you in future negotiations, in a request for repair. It could be used against you after the transaction closes. If they heard information directly from you that was vague, that they took as factual, then they found out that you weren't being factual, well, we could have lawsuits on our hands. So you don't want to communicate with the other party and accidentally overshare information. You want the information that they get to come through your agent in the form of a neutral party. We only want to share facts. We don't want to overshare. We don't want to give approximations. We want to try to be factual throughout the transaction. And so you don't want to communicate and accidentally overshare. When you have a real estate agent that is acting on your behalf, when they're communicating to the other party, they communicate with documentation. You want all your documentation to be recordable, whether it's email, whether it's contracts, whether it's a text message. All of those communication avenues can be documented. If you go knock on their door, oh my gosh, I've had sellers and buyers want to knock on their door and talk to them. Do not do that. That cannot be recorded, and it could lead to legal ramifications down the road. You want clean, clear, documented communications, and that is how you protect yourself. It seems logical that it could be a rational discussion, but we are talking about a transaction that has thousands of dollars on the line, and we are here as agents representing you to avoid future lawsuits. And why we have everything documented is communication needs to be clear. That way, somebody is not causing miscommunication. That leads to the unknown, it leads to turmoil, and we want to have clear communication at all times in the transaction. And lastly, safety and privacy. I've had so many situations where the seller wants to share their number with the buyer, or the buyer wants to share their number with the seller, and then we have all sorts of communication that happens after. Sellers obviously are being very nice. They want to say, hey, if you have any problems, just reach out to us. And then all of a sudden, I get word that the buyer is emailing them and calling them, and and it's a pain. They don't want that. The transaction is over. So you want your communication to be through your agent from start to finish. Let your agent help you with that communication, because we can diffuse so many small emails, questions, all of that. That's what we're getting paid for. Now, real estate can sell without agents, and buyers and sellers have the opportunity to create their own transaction. But if I haven't given you in this video all the reasons why you should consider having a real estate agent, well, I think I'm not being clear enough, or you are not understanding the importance of avoiding future lawsuit and how important it is to have everything documented, and having it with a neutral party is very much suggested. Our job as real estate agents isn't just paperwork, it is to protect our clients. Don't assume that talking to the other party or communicating with them is going to get you what you want. Let us do the work for you. Let us protect you. And I promise it's going to save you thousands, if not keep you in a transaction that you might have killed if you over communicated and shared. So those are my reasons why sellers and buyers should not communicate. Now, does it happen in reality? Yes. Do we help diffuse the situation as agents? Well, I hope so. But if you are thinking of buying and selling a home, I hope this video is helpful to you. I do a video every week on this channel, all things buying and selling real estate and what life's like here living in the Temecula Valley. If you would like to know what's going on in our area, I have a link below to our weekly email newsletter. It talks about real estate here. It talks about fun things that are happening here in the Valley. I would love for you to subscribe to that, or subscribe to this channel, like this video. I need to get reinforcement that what I am doing is helpful, so I would love your help in doing that. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned next week.